Father Taylor here on Friday, January 29th. It's very sunny outside and it has warmed up to 12 degrees. Welcome to New England. A couple of things today for our eBlast update. First of all, thank you so much for coming out to annual meeting last week. If you think about it, it was the largest connected group. That is to say, where people got together and spoke to each other. It's the largest group we've had since last March. We've had lots of people on our Sunday services, but this was the first time we all came together. And the feedback I'm getting about the Zoom rooms was that it was like a glass of cold water, just to be able to see people in a small group and to talk and just to get a time where we can share our thoughts and reflections on where we are as a church and what the Lord's doing in our lives and just this whole thing going on. So thank you so much for coming out. And thank you to all those people who really worked hard to make it a streamlined presentation with Kathy Zaroli and your senior warden and Amanda and all the people who just all the work just to make that happen. So thanks so much for that. It was great to hear from you guys. Love the stuff we were hearing, just being able to listen. What's the Lord saying to us all? So that was great. We're looking forward to having our new vestry folks and our old vestry folks to connect with you. Leadership is not just a critique of last month's activities, or leadership isn't just like making decisions and making votes. Leadership is about working with people, listening to what the Lord is saying, and making decisions about how God is leading by listening to other people and to listening to what the Lord is saying through them. So don't be surprised if you get a phone call from somebody. It's probably just a vestry person just trying to make a connection to you. So that's great. We are in that kind of post, annual meeting, kind of like, okay, that was a big deal. And now we're kind of ramping up, and we are ramping up because coming up, starting on Ash Wednesday, there's some of the most creative ideas I've ever heard of for us to be able to use the weeks of Lent as a way to go deeper with the Lord. There are some people that have hikes that involved on Sunday, like how do you do your worship time together? So we have people who are exploring hikes as a small group activity. We have we're charting dates to be able to do kind of like not a retreat, but to be able to go out and do the Stations of the Cross at some beautiful places that have that set up outdoors. It's kind of like a pilgrimage, which kind of get us moving in that direction. We have some really cool stuff that using current apps that are already out there, apps you may even use, like Pray As You Go, using some of the apps. So that means that you can participate in your Lenten group simply anytime you want with your phone and following through. And then we're going to have multiple times where you can check in with the group during the week. I'm going to be doing a mini retreats. I've almost got it all set. So if you've done, I think we've had about 80 of our own church people go through a mini retreat at least one time. Mini retreats are retreats designed that you get up Saturday morning and it starts around 8:30 and you're finished before lunch. But you do take a block of time simply to be in the presence of the Lord and to listen. And every time we've done it, people have said, wow, I have felt so refreshed. I feel kind of renewed spiritually. I really felt like reconnected with the Lord. Boy, do we need that, reconnected with the Lord and with each other. So those are all coming up in Lent. This afternoon, in the super freezing weather, we have a new thing we're cooking up for Ash Wednesday, so that you will be able to still participate in Ash Wednesday, even though we might not be doing it in person in the building. We found a way to keep you warm and to do it in person. And we've got a little, I'm not telling you exactly what it is yet, but today we have our trial run. We got to set all this stuff up and see how this works. But right now we're anticipating this will work, and we will have 4 different services for you to be a part of on Ash Wednesday. So we got lots of stuff coming up, and just looking forward to how the Lord might lead. Remember that community is what we're about here. We're a community. We've come together, not just individually to come to a church. We've come together and become a community. And so we have a responsibility to keep our community together and to keep our community healthy. So think about this today. What's one thing I might do in the next day which will help build our community? Is there something I can do, big or small, that will help build our community, help us stay connected? That's kind of what the Lord's asking us to do right now. Anyway, just our Friday blast. Great to see you. Talk to you soon.